y'all, what's up? It's me, Maky. This is gonna be a super quick intro because I have a really long video. And I'm sorry, but it was just so interesting and I wanted y'all to get the full experience. So I was in an honors French Revolution class this year and it was amazing. One of the greatest experiences I've ever had. I got to play Lafayette, but I'm not gonna talk that much because we've got a lot of video to watch. So hope y'all enjoy and hope y'all get a little taste of what it's like to be a student at Texas Tech University. Bye, y'all. Hey, Dr. Legacy, can I ask you a few questions?
Absolutely.
Okay, let me get this set up. Perfect. Okay, so how did you get the idea to play a game in class?
Well, I have a friend who I went to graduate school with who teaches at Bowdoin College over in Maine, and she's been playing this game for years. And I saw a conference panel at a conference for French historians a couple of years ago where everybody talked about playing this game and how it was such a unique and exciting way to get students engaged in the French Revolution. And I've always wanted to do it since I started my job here 7 years ago, but I was never quite confident enough in my students because it requires a great deal of investment from the students. And when I found out I was going to be able to teach an honor section, I thought, finally I have my shot.
Perfect. So how have you seen this affect your students? How have you seen us? Does it seem like we are learning more? How does that play in?
I have never seen my students so excited and so engaged and so communicative outside of class. I'm not monitoring conversations that happen outside of class, but from what I can understand, you're all talking to each other all the time. And I mean, some of it is just kind of fun gaming and scheming, but also I think you're talking about what actually happened in the French Revolution. Right. You're researching your characters. You're learning a lot more about the revolution kind of from the inside instead of looking at it from the outside. And I mean, the level of student excitement and engagement and interest has just surpassed my expectations, and it's so fun. I've already asked to do this again next year.
Oh, okay, good. I was going to ask you that. I wonder if you'll do it again.
I'm already on schedule.
Perfect. Well, those kids are very, very lucky. And then my last question would just be what's been the funnest part of it for you as the game master? Watching all of us, has it been more stressful or fun?
No. Well, in the newspapers have really impressed me. I've got some here on my computer here. I mean, I think students are going out of their way to make their newspapers look like actual newspapers, and I love that.
So could you explain the newspapers real quick?
Yeah,
I haven't done that yet.
Students are separated into one of 4 factions. So radical Jacobins or conservatives or moderates or these kind of angry Parisian radicals, and they all produce a newspaper once a week. And I was expecting kind of Word documents, but instead I got these wonderful kind of actual newspapers full of fiery 18th century rhetoric. So that's been really fun. The speeches some students have come up with have been amazing, and some of them seem almost improvised, and they're just a wonderful balance of passion and excitement and a little bit of research, and so it feels like everyone's learning as well about kind of the unpredictability of the revolution as we go along. So that's been great, and I also love corresponding with all my students in character.
For sure. Okay, well, those were the main questions I had to ask you, but thank you so much, and thank you for letting me be in this class. I've had a lot of fun, and today is going to be crazy.
Good luck.
Thank you. I'm here with
Jean-Sylvie and Bai.
Okay, and I'm just going to ask her a few questions about the class, the game, and her character.
My character is Jean-Sylvie and Bai. He was elected the president of the National Assembly in the first week of class. He is a moderate, which means he kind of plays both sides. He tries to pick the best from either the Jacobins or the conservatives, and his end goal is to make a constitutional monarchy for France.
Perfect.
Presented a very coherent viewpoint this time around, unlike last time. But for most provocative, most persuasive, I'm going to have to give it to the Jacobins. So, editor, before we can begin, I have an announcement.
Oh no.
This is, and I think rumors have been circulating. Yeah, this is all.
We know. We know.
Have been circulating, and the rumors are true. This evening, the Habsburg Emperor Francis II of Austria and King William II of Prussia have jointly declared war on France.
No!
That means we don't need a king, so...
You're dead anyway!
They cited the revolutionary government's assault on the legitimate institutions of the monarchy and ordered the immediate mobilization of their armies under the joint command of the Duke of Brunswick. In preparation for joint military actions against the French so-called regime, the Comte d'Artois,
that was rude.
brother of King Louis XVI,
Even your own brother doesn't like
welcome the war declaration and promised to lead another army of émigrés noblemen and soldiers to reclaim France, quote, for Pope, for King, and for the good people of the land.
Which king?
Moreover, I have
you.
just heard that the peasant uprisings throughout France, particularly in the West, have gotten out of control.
Oh gosh.
Rumors are circulating that they're being armed by the British and are targeting representatives of the National Assembly.
That's not us.
Us?
Moreover,
It is.
no surprise here, but the Pope has thrown his support behind this impending attack.
Of course he is.
He hates us.
We are surrounded by enemies, both inside and outside of our borders. I worry for the future of the revolution and for France and for every one of you. I know you have agenda items you want to discuss for today, but by the end of today's session, you're going to have to come to a consensus about how to address this crisis, because it is indeed an existential threat to our project of revolution. I embrace you all in the spirit of fraternity that has brought us together during this dark time.
Thank you, Game Master.
Okay, my thing now.
Okay, do we not want to discuss?
No,
Yeah.
my thing now. No,
We'll find out.
discussion.
No, I know we have to, so.
Use the
It's a
light.
lamp.
Talking to the microphone.
Which is the light.
There we go, it's on.
Oh, it turned on.
That's how we knew it was the light.
So, my friends, I come to you with a heavy heart today after hearing our announcement from the ominous game master, the person who floats down from the heavens.
I'm the general will.
Yes, yeah, the general will floated
That's
down.
us.
My friends, we are at a crossroads of our nation. All of the hard work that we have done over the last several sessions is at risk of collapsing due to this invasion that is impending.
We all knew it.
However, every invasion that needs to be countered requires a strong leader. And I come to you today saying that this assembly does not have a strong leader. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. You're like ready to say that. So, in my hand, I have a petition for the removal of Bailly as president, and I have over half of the assembly having signed it, with 10 members of the assembly having signed it. I see you over there.
That's why if I ever see one.
Yeah, I know. So, my friends, I call for the immediate removal of Bailly as the president of the National Assembly, and I believe
No
that we
paper.
should have a vote for someone else. And yeah, just take the chair. I lost my steam because of the chair. But yeah, no, we just need a new president, and I think that the moderates themselves, with you, our president, representing the moderates have shown themselves as people to not stand for anything. Whereas my friends, the conservatives, who I may disagree with, have a consistent point of view and a consistent strategy. The moderates will align with anyone and backstab anyone to save their own skins.
Whew, good thing I'm not a moderate.
And the moderates including Lafayette.
You founded the foyer.
Yeah, so,
But I'm above them.
yeah.
All right, I'd like to speak in defense not of myself, but of my faction. We do not stand for nothing. We stand for the progress of France. Yes, we support those in the Jacobins, and we support conservative views sometimes too. But it is an effort to pick the best and choose the best of what legislation you have to offer France, what legislation you have to offer France, and combine them to move us forward. That is my defense. I will step down since 10 people have elected to ask me to remove, and if that is the will of the assembly, I shall.
How honorable of you,
My friends!
Okay guys, so we've been talking with Claremont a lot. So what's the tea for today?
Well, I caused an invasion. 8 different countries, they're all coming in. Their main goal is to kill everyone who has any other difference of opinion. and then everyone wants me dead because I committed treason.
It's true, and so we're trying to figure out the section leaders. They're the people that can riot and kill people. So they told some group of people, I'm the one dying. They told another group of people, he's the one dying. And then he told somebody, they're only killing the king.
But if the king dies, we both die.
People of France, I would like to come up here today to remind you that if you bring a weapon down on someone, you are the one who is responsible for their death. And if it is a manner of death that is done incorrectly and is imprecise and unscientific, then it is much more liable for them to feel pain and for you to feel the emotional pain left afterwards, not to mention if you must be executed yourselves. Therefore, we should implement the guillotine as a painless, equal method of death for all people of France. Yes. Say it out, say it out.
What is happening?
It's one gigantic riot.
Less than exciting invasion, but you know,
I feel like
insurrection. The people of Paris have clearly heard what's happening outside of the city. They're arming themselves in defense. They've amassed tens of thousands of people in the streets of Paris, and they've actually invaded the National Assembly.
Wow, welcome!
I think that the people are expressing their concern. Commander Lafayette, I'm not sure how you want to deal with this.
I think you should go fight the war.
Do you want to take the National Guard and redirect them towards the people of Paris?
No, my gosh, we got bigger fish to fry.
Louis? Wait, hold on. Are you sure?
Yeah.
He accepted the Constitution!
We're gonna die anyway.
Claremont, sit down.
Just want him wounded and then confined.
No, this is happening now. You sit down.
I was telling
You! You're not dead yet. Okay, wait, I need to get a close-up of...
Claremont, however you pronounce your name.
Oh, all the conservatives are about to die? She said sit down.
I take the full responsibility.
264 people are dead!
My gosh!
Do some math quickly. Wait, what?
Y'all are going first. Wait, so how does that work with King Louis though? If they're just putting him in jail and not killing him?
How you feeling?
I thought I would be killed like second day.
I know, I feel like this is a long time coming. Way to go. Archbishop, you're precious. You don't deserve to die, I'm sorry. Please. Is it? Oh no. It's not focusing. I got that. Yeah. Okay. Moral of the story, it was a fun. We just won the war!
The revolution gets to continue?
Yeah!
So what happens now?
Who would have thought that Lafayette would live and win? Not me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's all the section leaders, my new favorite people.
You're welcome. We wanted to kill you, but Dr. Lexi was like, please don't.
Wow, Dr. Legacy, a saint.
No, you were gonna die.
They were going
Like, you were gonna die.
You and Claremont were both gonna die.
But guess who didn't and guess who won the war? Thank you, Dr. Legacy.
Oh, just so we're clear, you haven't won the war, you won the battle.
We won the battle! Yeah! Dr. Legacy, what's your final thoughts on the game?
Oh, it was super fun. I guess not everyone can be happy with the outcome, but I'm glad the revolution made it survive to live another day.
Were you surprised?
I was surprised. I'm especially surprised that Lafayette made it through. But
thank you.
You're welcome.
So here's our king and our archbishop and our nobility who screwed us all over, but it's okay because we won. Oh, I did. The tea. Okay, well anyways, thanks for watching our vlog and for being a part of our class. Come to Texas Tech and you can have some cool experiences like this.
King Louis survived.